Welcome to the Tech Sector. Today we are talking about mining PCs, but not in the typical sense. Today we're going to be sacrificing one of these beauties to turn into a media center slash gaming PC. Well, budget gaming PC. And I know I said one of these, but I meant a mining system will be sacrificed. Don't worry, the 1070 Ti's, 1060s, 1080s are safe for now. We'll be touching my 1050 system. So this will be completely sacrificed, although I've been slowly pulling parts from it over time. So for the past 2 months, it's been sitting here. I pulled the power supply from my friend's computer, and I pulled the RAM from my other friend's computer. And now, well, I need a media center PC. So here I have my projector set up, and I have a media center PC that's right down there connected to my projector, so I could watch movies and play games with no issues. But I don't have one for my living room upstairs, so this will be taking its place. Now, I'll be pulling the Superclock 1050 out, the motherboard, the CPU, and that's pretty much it. Everything else is going to get sold and or given away. So I might be doing some 1050 giveaways. So let me know if you guys are interested in that. I know it's a pretty low power card, so not a lot of people are interested, but some are still interested, then nothing at all. And if you're wondering what's on the ground here, I'm resurrecting my old wall PC. That's a build that will be coming soon. There's already a video about it on my channel, but that wall PC will be going over there. One of my clients that give me quite a lot of business had this laying around their office, and well, he gave it to me, and all I could say is that it's a hot piece of trash. This was used as a PC for one of the assistants quite a few years ago, and well, it has an ARM processor in it. It is slow as hell. It ran Windows 8, and we all know that's just a nightmare. I want to forget. So I will be using some parts from this. This was actually supposed to be the system that I was going to try to use as my media center PC, but well, it has an ARM processor in it. It's so laggy. It doesn't even play 1080p videos smoothly. So I'm going to pull the power supply from this and the RAM. So there you go. I've got that for free. Assuming your mining rigs are still together and not in pieces like mine, you'll still have your RAM and your power supply sitting around. That being said, if you're building a low budget system, I don't know if you're going to want to use like a 750 watt power supply and like 16 gigs of RAM. The last thing I need is a PC case. So I have one sitting right over there. I believe I have another over here and two more over here. So whichever one works, I think I'll go with this one because it's the smallest, and hopefully that motherboard fits in there. If not, I'll have to go with that case that I have tucked away in that corner. So let's go ahead and start pulling the parts from over there and just getting everything laid out and then start building. Alright guys, so I went through my PC graveyard and well, I walked away with these two cases. Obviously this one's not really going to cut it. This PC is going in a corner where no one will see it, but I think this has a few too many holes in it, so I could maybe use that as a test bench case or something, I don't know. But this case has the side panel, it has no back panel, and it has no front panels, and it's also missing an on button. But it does have this, which makes it look cool, so you know, if your PC looks cool, therefore it functions better, right? So this is the case we're using. It's an old Senti case. You could pick these up for like 20-30 bucks if you're interested. I don't know what the model is, so don't ask. What I want to talk about is components now. So this is our case, and this is our motherboard. Obviously, it's a mining motherboard, but it has an i3 in it. Almost every mining PC you'll see out there has a Pentium, and the reason why is because everyone was trying to build the cheapest PC possible, so they bought Pentiums for like 40 bucks, 50 bucks, when they should have bought i3s for like 40, 50 bucks on eBay. That's what I did. So I bought this i3 for I think like $50 or something like that on eBay. So it's a few dollars more than a Pentium, I give you that. But it's an i3 with hyper-threading. So what that means is that it's a dual core, but with the hyper-threading, that basically makes it 4 cores. And it runs at 3 gigahertz. Now I'm well aware with the Pentiums they came overclocked and stuff like that, but sorry, they came unlocked. So Not all of them, but some of them did. And because it was unlocked, you could overclock them, and then they were like a good budget gaming CPU. But I think this is a little bit better for a heavier kind of workload and gaming and stuff like that. So I think 1080p gaming at medium settings, this can pretty much play any game with no issues at all. So I love this CPU. Now, as far as RAM goes, well, I have an abundance of DDR3 RAM, so RAM is not an issue for me. But when I was buying, I knew that mining was going to go bad, and eventually my hardware would become outdated, and I would either have to sell it or reuse it for personal purposes. And so that's why I bought 8 gig sticks of RAM. So now I don't really need to buy anything to turn this PC into a gaming PC. This mining PC was a gaming PC from the beginning with the, well, budget gaming PC. It had i3 with hyperthreading, 8 gigs of RAM, and it's going to have a 1050 in it. So that's a great budget gaming PC right there. I recommend that kids that are getting into PC gaming now, old mining hardware is super cheap because a lot of people bought a lot of it and now they're trying to just get rid of it for whatever they can. So I think that's all the components. Oh, we'll be using a hard drive, classic, because it's going to be more of a media library. Movies and games will be stored in here, and it doesn't need to be that fast. So old hard drive, you can pick up a 1 terabyte for 40 bucks at like Amazon or Micro Center or wherever. And that's pretty much it. We're going to be using the stock cooler, and and we're going to be using this HP power supply from the same company, from that little bullshit, this piece of crap ARM PC. Yeah, I pulled the power supply from it and the RAM too, so this is garbage. But the power supply and the RAM wasn't, so that's what we'll be using, and I'm gonna go ahead and start building now. So let's just jump straight into this time lapse. Oh, and how can I forget the 1050? Where's the 1050? Oh, and yep, here we are, 1050. It's the last thing I forgot. So it's a superclock 1050. There's nothing particularly special about it. It's slightly overclocked. That's it. That's what superclock means. And I think it's a great budget-oriented card that's decent for gaming and good, really good for watching movies and stuff, playing back 4K and all that. So we've got all our components here, so let's get to building. Alright guys, so I've got the PC set up right down here. I did a little bit of cable management to make it look a little bit neater. And it's hooked up to this Dell 27-inch monitor with my old Logitech keyboard. This is the computing area, and over here is obviously the media area. So it's going to have a long HDMI cable that goes from my TV over to here so you can watch movies with no problem. And over here is just for everyday computing and maybe a little bit of gaming if there's time for it. So let's go ahead and get Battlefield 5 started up and see how well this thing does. Alright guys, so here we are in a game of Battlefield 5. This is multiplayer team deathmatch. And well, I just want to show you guys how it looks. This is 1080p. Oh shit. God damn it. I'm so bad. I'm so bad at PC gaming. Excuse me for being bad. But and I really don't play on mouse and keyboard, so that makes the situation worse. But what I want to show you guys is that a AAA title like this is playable on a budget setup like this. Of course, you're on low settings and it's not the smoothest possible. Oh, there's someone at the flag. Where's the flag? So let's see if I can try to kill someone, but I probably won't because they're probably gonna kill me. Where are you? Don't. Sorry for being bad. I apologize. I'm a disgrace to PC gamers. I don't even play. I'm not good at mouse and keyboard, but anyways. The point is that you can play a game like this on a 1050 and an i3. That being said, if you want a little bit better of an experience, maybe you could pick up a used 1060 3GB, and that will give you a much better experience because this is limited by the VRAM in the 1050. That's its big limitation right now. The VRAM, because this only has 2 gigs of VRAM, whereas Obviously, a 3 gig 1060 has 3 gigs, so that one more gig makes a big difference when you're playing with such low settings and such small numbers in terms of RAM size. So I just wanted to show you guys. This is it. Um, let's see. There are some enemies here. Oh shit. Let's see. Can I kill him? Can I actually kill somebody? Okay. Oh, damn it! I'm the worst. I'm sorry. Alright guys, as you can see, I went ahead and accomplished my goal of building a gaming PC slash everyday computing PC out of an old mining rig. And it was done on a pretty tight budget too. If you're out there wanting to replicate this build, you could do this for less than $300. And you could even do it for a lot less if you know the right people or if you find the right sale. So if you're a kid, you're young, you want to get into gaming, but you don't have a lot of cash to spend, I think the best thing to do is shop around and find people like me that are selling old mining hardware for stupid cheap, and just get some of that and hopefully make it work for you. And that's it for now. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and hit the bell to win an RX 570 or a 1060. Those giveaways are still happening. Other than that, I'll see you guys for now, and I don't know what I'm saying. I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy.